Hey everybody, Steve here with White Knuckle Off-Road Adventures. Welcome back. Thanks for all the subscribers and all the comments and all the likes. Some of the people have been sharing videos and stuff like that. I appreciate it. Thank you. This is a 1100 mile review on our 2019 Sportsman. This is an 850 HO SP Premium. And overall, it's been a fantastic machine. I love it. I love the way this thing rides. The power's awesome in it. There's a few dislikes. You're going to have that with everything you buy. You guys, if you've watched other videos, you'll see some of the complaints I've had on just owning it, washing it, and maintaining it is pain in the butt. But quality and dependability wise, this thing has been absolutely awesome. Now, taking back on the quality part, the bushings on these Sportsmans are absolute garbage. I believe in 22, Polaris changed the bushings to a seal. They're not greasable anymore. Hopefully that'll improve the wear and longevity of it, because they're crap. They're not that great of a bushing. They wear out fast. The front shock bushings and the front control arm bushings wore out quicker than the back did. I don't really know why. I had a couple on the back that were bad. The fronts were bad, more of them. The front shock bushings, front, top and bottom, were both completely shot. The rear shock bushings weren't terrible, but they were a little bit wore out. The only other problem we've had with this is I had a sound coming out of the clutches and couldn't really figure out what it was. So I took the machine into a dealer here in Twilla County that deals with multiple brands. They threw some money at it. Well, I threw a lot of money at it. They threw parts at it and had called me up, told me it was fixed. It still made the same sound because of an aftermarket clutch kit that's in it. I said, well, okay, how does that even make any sense? If it made the sound before with the clutch kit in it, and you put a new clutch in it, it still makes the same sound. Now you're blaming this, but you're just throwing parts at my machine. So we had some back and forth. I went and picked it up, took it away from them. We're done. I'll pay my bill and leave. I'll never be back. You guys are you're not diagnosing anything. You're just throwing hundreds of dollars of my money and parts at it and not fixing anything. So my buddy Adam that rides with us, and I work with him, his friend Justin owns, I can't remember what his buddy's name is, Southpaw Motorsports in West Jordan. I've had them do some other work on a Kawasaki brute force I had, and they did awesome. They've done some work on other friends' machines, and they've been upfront and honest, and they actually fix it. Living in Grantsville, I just didn't want to have to drag this thing clear to West Jordan. You learn your lessons. I will never use the dealer in Twilla again. I will go to West Jordan every single time it's something out of my realm of working on or fixing. So they found out the problem. It wasn't my clutches at all. It was, I can't remember if the part was in between the transmission or something in there. They got it. They got the part. They got it fixed. It was just loose inside. It probably would have never really caused me any problems. The machine never broke down. It runs fantastic. It never left me stranded. It just had a really bad rattle and sound out of it that I couldn't stand anymore. It was getting worse. Well, it seemed like it was getting worse. Maybe it wasn't, but anyway, at 1,100 miles, we've had bushings, and that part, I really wish I could remember what that part was called. It looked like a gear. The inside of it was supposed to spin but not move up and down, and mine was moving up and down. And but anyway, big shout out to Southpaw Motorsports, Justin, my buddy Adam, for getting it all taken care of. I actually took my quad into work. My buddy Adam took it home, and Justin, that owns the shop, picked it up from Adam's house, brought it to his shop. They fixed it. They ended up getting it back out here to me. Not many places will do that, so I do appreciate those guys doing that, and just diagnosing the machine instead of just chucking parts at it out of my wallet meant a lot to me. I don't mind paying for things to get fixed. It doesn't bother me if I'm treated fair and I'm treated right and they're honest and upfront about it, but I didn't like the fact that another shop just chucked a whole bunch of parts at it, and then blamed parts that were still there. It was a mess. So it was making the same noise with the clutch, the factory clutch, with the clutch kit and everything. And it does have a brand new Polaris clutch in it that I did not need, but I got it, so it's in there. That was one of the parts when we got down to them giving my money back and going through some things. It was already on there. They weren't going to return it. I felt like they still should have at least given my money back for the clutch that I did not need, but it is what it is. You learn your lessons. I'll continue to just go to Southpaw. If you guys need work done on any of these kind of things, side-by-sides, motorcycles, anything, hit Justin and those guys up at Southpaw Motorsports in West Jordan. They'll treat you right. They're honest, which is hard to find anymore. And they're not just going to throw parts at it. They're going to find out what's wrong, and they're going to fix that problem for you and get it back to you. So there we go. It's just a quick video, 1,100 miles. Overall, definitely buy another Sportsman again. I'd have no problem paying for another one. It's been a great machine. It's never let me down. And I absolutely love riding this thing. It is super powerful for an 850. And the ride is like no other. If you look back through some of our other videos, you can see we've actually upgraded the suspension because I broke a couple shocks. But even right off the showroom floor, nothing handles and rides quite like these Sportsmans do. The ride's phenomenal in them. I've had Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha. I have not owned a Can-Am, so I can't say anything about it. I have a cousin that has, and he loved them. Ride quality, I don't know if you can beat these things. They're phenomenal, man. And the sight lines off them are excellent. Handling's excellent. So can't go wrong no matter what you ride. I'm not partial to any one brand or the other. I've got 2 Polarises and 2 Yamahas right now. So, you know, I'm actually wearing a Yamaha hat even. And so I'm not that guy who's just one machine or the other. Whatever you're on, whatever you're riding, as long as you like it, that's all that really matters. And it doesn't matter if you spend $2 grand on one or 20 grand on one. As long as you're out there having fun, don't let that get to you that the other guy next to you has got this great big, you know, fancy new machine and stuff like that. It's just about having fun with your friends and being out there on the trails. And, you know, I love riding this thing, but I've got a little Yamaha out back, a 350 Big Bear. That thing's a riot to cruise around on here in the yard. We took it on a couple trails up here where we deer hunt, and that was a little different. It might not have been as much fun, but anyway, 1,100 miles, bushings, and I did have that part in the transmission. According to Polaris, that's a fluke. Even Justin that owns Southpaw's never installed one. My buddy Pablo's got this exact same machine with 950 miles, and he has still had not one single problem. He does have probably a couple bushings that are going to showing some pretty good wear probably by now. We're starting to. I know he's had a couple shocks. He's had one shock that he has blown out. But other than that, he hasn't had anything at all. And he's at 950 miles and 0 problems. So anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the likes and shares and comments. Keep them coming. If there's anything on here that you guys want to know about or that I've purchased and put on it, if you have any questions about it, just hit me up. I'll be glad to answer it. I try to get to it as quick as I can. Thanks again. See you guys out on the trail. Have fun. Bye.